Let's see if there's anyone joining.
Perfect. It's transmitting now in direct. We're in direct, and we are online. And we are going to start the interview with one of our friends. One of
I can see you double now.
And we are online.
I just saw you double because I had both windows open, our Hangout and the YouTube one.
My goodness, that Asian dude is really irritating.
You should try that. Maybe it's more fun. Everybody should do that and open up different windows. I was talking, trying to get the idea.
Yeah, of how it is, like people listening to you suffer, and they are suffering.
Yeah, actually, I'm really hope that people haven't started listening yet. Is there actually anyone who wants to hear us crazy guys talk, like whine about how bad the season was and how much you say you're freezing in your summery local home?
I mean, we have zero audience now, but this is like
I know we got to wait.
Recording. It is recording actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it will be seen like they can see it as it is retransmission for 8 hours.
Or we can, I don't know. I mean, I got time, so we can wait some minutes if you want.
Yeah,
I don't mind. So I can maybe I try to push.
No, we can actually continue.
Just let me post the link.
Yeah.
So maybe people will join us when they know it's live now and it's not like live in 10 minutes. maybe that helps.
We'll do that again.
I just need to hear something. People will join. Whoa.
Ooh.
I was confused. That was the YouTube.
What was that?
That was me talking to you on YouTube on the recording.
Wow, that was really creepy.
I know.
We are creepy.
I'm always creepy, you know that.
I think that. See you now. Just posted that. I'm just changing that. See you in 10 minutes and see you now. Most of them is just seeing it now. So updating everything. Perfect. I think that's good enough. I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, I just had it on my page. Now I'm gonna put it on my page.
Perfect.
Not that anyone cares about that, but it's.
Oh no! Do you know why as well?
Yeah.
Because I think they have a national holiday, isn't it, in US?
I haven't. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, it might be Thanksgiving today.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving today.
You sure?
I don't know what does it mean, but yeah.
Oh,
they're giving thanks, like Thanksgiving.
Is it some weird religion stuff? Oh yeah, it's.
I don't know.
You're right. It's today. Isn't Thanksgiving not like also like Super Bowl of the NFL?
Oh, probably everybody is watching Super Bowl instead of watching two weird guys speaking.
I'm gonna check that. I think it's not today. Oh no, Super Bowl is in January, so it's.
Oh, that's very far away.
I was gone. Good. I guess we kind of seem like idiots talking about like. Hey, let's talk about football. What? Let's talk about Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's great. Let's Google when that is. Oh, it's today.
Let's talk about the Coke you have behind you that looks like a glass of wine, like a glass.
Wait, I can show you that.
No, it's not a glass. That's a bottle.
It's a bottle. It's called Now Black Cola. You know?
Like now, like the hangover is now when you drink it.
It's not a hangover. Let me see here. It says 100% taste. See that?
Cola, yeah.
It's not wine. It's no alcohol.
So why is it like organic? Is it because of the additives that
it's
taken away?
Yeah, basically the ingredients are all organic.
Oh, that's really good.
At least maybe like 80% of it. Maybe not all, but some of it. It tastes different than Coca-Cola, and I always try to stay away from Coca-Cola as far as possible because I don't like the big company behind it and their policies and stuff. But that's a whole different topic. I know that, like for you on the island, the only thing you have is if you want to have Coca-Cola, you want to have cola, you want to get Coca-Cola.
Yeah, we don't have many options here.
I know. That's not just with cola, it's just for many things.
Yeah, for many things, if you are like in the middle of
we have an amazing weather, and that's it.
We have amazing weather. We have amazing beaches. We have amazing landscape. Amazing people. Amazing people.
Yeah, I know, and lots of tourists.
Lots of naked tourists.
The things you mentioned before.
Yeah, we will not talk about naked tourists here. Yeah, this is not
I can't because I'm going to be tourist on your island in 2 days.
Yeah, you're going to arrive here in the islands very soon, aren't you?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Oh man, hopefully we can hang out together.
Man, I'm staying until December the 5th.
Oh, so we can hang out at least one night.
Yeah, I think we can. Like, I think I'm busy with the workshop until like the 1st.
Perfect.
And then I'm staying with some other friends from Germany who are shooting some running gear. So I'm not shooting any wedding stuff on that. And basically, like I think my workshop day with Black Sad is on Friday. So
they start on Friday.
I'm on Friday.
You have on Friday.
The last day.
Oh, perfect.
Because it's a videographer workshop, so they put the photographers on the last day. So me and Sean are gonna be talking on the last day.
Yeah, it's always like that, isn't it? If it's a photographer workshop, the videographers will be the last as well.
I know. I pretty much believe that on like the Thursday night, everybody will get wasted. And I'm the first Friday morning, and no one will listen to me. I couldn't give a fuck because I have no idea what to talk to them. I mean, what should I tell for videographers? I mean, they want me to do a live shoot. I mean, seriously. I got no idea.
Okay, videographers, now listen. This is how you take a video, okay? Not doing this. You put it here.
Maybe I should tell them
how you click.
How to take a snap. And I don't know if you know about that. It's called burst mode. I know
you can actually record the sound by the burst mode. I mean,
yeah. Maybe I should tell them about like exposure time. Like, guys, I know you all know 1/50th of a second. But let's be crazy. Let's go to 100s. Seriously, I have no idea. And Sean called me like on Instagram earlier, and he was like, "I lost my presentation." I think we just gonna have fun. Maybe we just go out riding bikes, not caring about.
Yeah, I mean, you have bikes in the area, so
yeah,
go biking.
Yeah, we want to go cycling, definitely. So if you see two tattooed big fat guys or small fat guys on bikes, that must mostly be me and Sean Flanagan.
Yeah, perfect.
Just say hi to us.
White fat in the bike.
White fat.
That's them.
Slow on bike. That's us.
Oh man, hey, Björn, how are you today?
Stuff.
How are you today, man?
I'm fine. Basically, I'm fine. I didn't do so much today because last night I went to another city to see I don't know if I should call her my girlfriend yet. And maybe I should talk about it publicly. Okay. I went to see a friend, and we went to a concert of another good friend of ours.
A friend?
A friend, yeah. And I had a hard time sleeping because her cat was keeping me awake all night. Because the cat kind of started jumping on me and was sitting on my face all night. And it's like, ow, ow. It's like, okay, great. And so when I got back home, I was so tired I had to sleep. So I was actually intending to work on the wedding. I have to finish, but sleep got me over. Besides, I'm fine. I gotta get up early morning tomorrow to shoot a wedding on like an island at the Baltic Sea.
Oh man.
Let's go. Problem is, I need to go there by train, and the ceremony is at 10 or 10:30ish, and the only train that makes it before then is the train that leaves at 6 in the morning in my town.
That's
Arriving at 8:40 on the island. And I hated myself for not having a driver's license at the moment because for not having someone to drive me. Maybe I should have sold a workshop for that. like mentoring. Hey, you can with me, just to drive me. Yeah, and it's gonna be, I just checked the forecast, and it's gonna be like 7 degrees and just supposed to be raining all day. So
oh man,
you would be dying, I guess.
I would be dying.
I mean, you told me yesterday that you are freezing on your island. I was like, dude, it's gonna be a great, amazing time for me because it's warm.
It's like 25 degrees here, and I'm dying. Hey, I can actually listen to my voice. Is that because I am in a loudspeaker?
Yeah.
Do you have an earphone nearby you?
Not really nearby me.
Oh, that's okay.
I can just like turn the volume down a bit so you should your phone. Is it better? Just say something.
Björn is a white boy that loves cycling.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's a lot better. Perfect, Björn.
So I might have to ask you what you just said because it's a bit quiet now. But done what? Oh,
I don't need to repeat that. Well, how was the season for you, Björn? How was the year gone? Like experience-wise, travel-wise.
It was crazy. It was really crazy. You know, it started off with a wedding in March, or yeah, actually in March. But before that, we had the first workshop we taught.
Yeah, we have it in Azores.
No, the one before on the rural workshop in Barcelona. That was the first one we did. Then Azores, which was just a crazy ride, which for me was more like a I don't know, like back to school thing with just like, you know, when you on the bus with your class.
It's like high school again, eh?
Yeah, it felt a bit like a mix of high school and spring break, I guess.
Oh my goodness!
Just the people had cameras with them, but I can still see Andrzej dancing, and I can still hear like Raphael's weird Polish music, and I can still hear Yannick doing his woohoo and jumping into the pool. So that was really fun. Yeah, so basically that kind of paved my way to doing more workshops and stuff. So I did my own workshops in the time and did speaking at conferences. So it was really busy. Besides shooting like weddings, like 50% locally, 50% destination weddings, I basically like spoke at lots of workshops, which was something I really had to learn to, especially like doing stuff like Way Up North or like another conference called Keep It Real in Germany in front of 450 people. That's really different.
Well, it's an experience to learn, isn't it?
It definitely is, and it's great. So yeah, and then basically it ended with us like being named one of the rangefinders, 30 Rising Stars. So
yeah,
that was
the
year was like, what the fuck's going on?
Look at this. Woo! Woo!
Wait, you got the unicorn, I got something. Wait, just give me a guess what I might show you now.
Oh, please, for public, okay?
Okay, yeah, of course, public. So you got the unicorn, I got
Panda. So we're gonna have some squishy fights. Squishy fights.
No, pandas are not fighting. Pandas are just want to be cuddly and stuff.
Oh, he's not a Kung Fu Panda.
He's not the. Wait, did you see the movie? Is the Kung Fu Panda really doing Kung Fu? Be honest.
He was just bouncing all the time. I love it.
I think basically he's just being bad, so he's like me.
Oh man. So I mean, you talk about that 50% of your weddings were local, and then 50% were destination. So if you will choose between the weddings that you did, destination and local wise, which one is your favorite and why?
It's really hard to say. I think both have things to and against them. Local ones, sleeping in your own bed, not spending time on the airport or in tiny planes, not trying to get all your camera gear like in a big backpack sneaked into the airplane, not telling them how much it weighs, not having to queue up with many other Germans who are queuing up 2 2 hours before the flight actually starts, because it's what us Germans do. And having time to see my friends on the weekend. And of course, making more money, because I could shoot like 2 weddings on a day.
Exactly.
And I don't have to spend anything else for food or stuff. What, speaking against local weddings, sometimes it can get boring, because you might be at the same venue all the time.
Oh man, yeah.
I find it hard to be inspired. Pro destination weddings, definitely getting around, traveling, seeing the world, getting into new like cultures, new traditions, or maybe just like different tempers of people. Like, for example, I shot 3 or 4 weddings this year in England, and I found that the sense of humor they have is definitely different to what I'm used to in Germany. Because they are able to just laugh about themselves, which I feel like for Germans sometimes it's a bit of a problem. So I kind of had the idea that the way I shoot is a bit more, maybe more daring, and I would shoot maybe some hilarious stuff that I wouldn't shoot in Germany, or at least I wouldn't deliver to the client in Germany, because I know that they wouldn't get it.
Oh man.
That's definitely like a pro for destinations, because I just love traveling and just love seeing the world. Against traveling, yeah, like I said, it's definitely tiring. It really wears you out. Like, I think I was speaking way up north, then like 5 days later at the one in Berlin, and 2 days later I had to fly out to England again, and I found myself on the toilet in the hotel room on like Wednesday morning after the conference in Berlin, and asking myself like, hey, why am I doing this again? Why am I not just shooting a wedding locally? Because I really need a break, and I was really like, I felt I was really like out of energy, and I really felt like I don't really want to shoot a wedding. I mean, I want to shoot a wedding because the wedding was amazing, but just knowing that you have to pack to the airport again really made me sick.
Oh man.
I know that I chose this, and I love to do more destinations, but I know that it's hard to get like a good work-life balance, because so many, maybe it's my workload that it's not as perfected for that already, but I feel like you spend so much time waiting on stuff, and maybe you just like spend the whole day in the hotel because you have no idea what to do, or like your flight's in the evening and you have to check out in the hotel in the morning, and maybe they don't have any place where you can leave your luggage, and the airport doesn't have any either. So stuff like that it can be really annoying. Or that you have no Wi-Fi connection in your hotel, and you're just like in the middle of nowhere, and you can't talk to anyone, and just sit there and watch lame ass British TV. But actually, I heard about I saw a TV show that I had never known, but I would have never believed that something like this exists. I'm trying to make it kid friendly. So I found myself seeing a dating show that's basically based upon, like, it's a girl deciding which guy she wants to date upon seeing the guy nude. So he's behind like some sort of blurry window, and it gets raised like from the bottom up. So you start seeing his feet, then his knees, and so on. And I was like sitting on my bed, like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
I mean, maybe something exists like that in Germany as well, but I haven't had a TV since like 10 years, so I'm only watching Netflix and stuff like that. But I was serious. I was like, what the fuck?
So many crazy TV shows lately.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but I don't know. Yeah, I think, like, to sum it up, I kind of believe that if you shoot destinations, you gotta be aware of that it can really wear you out if you don't plan it properly, and maybe if you I think it's okay, but if you shoot like in a good balance, but like most of my destinations were just like right after one another, so that was really tiring. And I had to shoot one where I started shooting a bicycle race back in Barcelona in August, and then I flew from Barcelona to Hamburg for one night just to pack my stuff, leave on a plane the next morning to England, shoot a wedding, and on Monday flying out to Greece from Manchester to shoot an after wedding. And before I left to Manchester, I went to an emergency dentist because I had like massive toothache, and they couldn't help me. So I had to spend like 10 days on the road just like indulging painkillers and just trying to make it happen.
It's horrible. I mean,
that's definitely a thing that you wouldn't want to have anybody experience. So
I mean, many people show like destination wedding is like, oh, it's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing and it's fun, but it's not the dream life that you think.
Yeah, man.
Because you're always hurrying on the airport, hoping you get the next plane.
Oh man, it's really sad, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the reality of a destination wedding.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe I'm wrong because maybe it's just me, but I feel like the pricing battle on the destination field is much harder than locally because everybody wants to shoot destination and the ones who make a living from that have to kind of like cope with the ones who shoot it besides their standard job and who would shoot it much easier because they just want to go there.
Oh man.
I just read like a thread on Facebook. I don't actually know which group it was in, but it was about Iceland, and somebody asked like, "Hey, I got inquired for Iceland, and I'm trying to get my budget together, and what should I put it in?" And someone said, "Yeah, just put in like the travel fees and your food and whatever you will spend because Iceland's expensive." And then somebody said, "Yeah, but you will not book it, Jan." And I was like, "Yeah, because my belief is that Iceland at the moment is pretty much dead if you want to make money out of it, because everybody's willing to go there for free."
Oh man.
So
they're actually killing the market itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I was talking to Lucas, and if you remember that Lucas like showed us one Iceland elopement, and he booked so many afterwards. It definitely works out to maybe book one like cheaper or something, but you gotta be kind of realistic about it's not you only doing that. And I don't know. I think people should be a bit more realistic about.
It's always balance, isn't it?
Definitely. I mean, for me, if I would be like a better business person, I would definitely make more money of it, because sometimes I do stuff just because I love it. And this year I learned it the hard way that it's not always the best idea to do it, because sometimes you gotta think about making a living.
Yeah.
And I see so many people who maybe haven't gotten to the point yet. So.
I mean, we all begin in somewhere, in something.
Yeah.
So.
Of course.
And in my feed, I always see like many new ones who just started, like they are so crazy about destination weddings and so on. Yeah, but the reality is the reality what destination wedding has, and we have to tell them about it so they will not be taken by surprise, because it's our duty.
Yeah, I mean, let's see from your point now with Emily. And having a child back at home, you don't want to spend all the time on the airport or shooting some people's weddings somewhere in the outskirts of, I don't know, basically nowhere. And you just want to be with Emily and Helen, but you can't, because you have to shoot a wedding, and then you have to fly back for like maybe 2 days even.
Oh man, the last one I did, I almost killed myself and my friends Dallas and Sabrina, because I went for a 15 or 16, I can't remember now, like 17, 18 day trip.
Yeah.
And most of them is traveling, stop, unpack, shoot, stop, travel, unpack, go to the laundry.
Actually, I don't even unpack anymore. I just live out of the box. I just have my bag stuffed somewhere and just like, look, is this still clean? Just smell it. Yeah, it might be okay. So that's where that.
Oh man. Have you seen those bags behind me? Like the yellow one is mine, the yellow canary yellow.
Yeah,
that's my bag. It has everything. It has like clothes for shooting, undergarments, many undergarments, because I wet myself so much.
Don't tell me about that.
Oh no, I'm telling you, it's not only like boxers. I mean undershirts, like white shirts like this.
I know. I saw you running on the Azores.
Yeah, I mean, I always like with this everywhere.
I know.
This is like my uniform. This is like me.
Yeah.
And well, with that 15-day travel, we were like I was like in Barcelona, then Los Angeles to Mexico, Kabul, San Lucas, and then Cabo San Lucas to Oregon, to near Cannon Beach area, and then afterwards go again to LA, and then afterwards back to Barcelona and back to my island.
Yeah, and you mean if you say that to people, people are like, "Whoa, you're getting around. It's an amazing life," and you're just like, "Yeah, I see airports."
Yeah, you see airports. I promise you. And if you have like a day to go out, you get sick. You're just so tired, and then your interior time.
Yeah,
is
and
so messed up.
Just imagine you have this schedule, and your luggage runs missing.
Oh no!
Like, what are you gonna do? I mean, it never happened to me, but I always feel like, shit. What am I doing if like shit hits the van and it's just gone?
Oh yeah.
So it's.
I mean, we also had to admit that it's awesome, like what you said, to be in different places. It's inspiring, really. It's really inspiring.
I wouldn't do it if what comes out of it isn't like worth it.
Yeah, I think it's like now that we've been doing it for a long time now, it's like 50, 60, 60, 40 balance normally. Like, I hate it, now I like it. No, I like it, or I hate it now.
Yeah, I always feel like in the start of the season, I'm really looking forward to all those trips. I was like, I booked that and I booked that, and then like August comes and you're like, fuck me, like I still have to go to that place and that place and that place. You can't even enjoy it anymore because you just feel like you want to be home.
I just want to stay home with my baby.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know I'm privileged to go to Australia, but I don't want to go to Australia because I just want to stay home in my bed and just cuddle myself.
Oh, man.
So that's
with all the destination wedding that you shot this year.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite that you shot, and why do you like it?
I would say two of them. Maybe like two of them in England, because I shot both of them. No, three ones. Two in England, which were special for me, because one was I knew that I was the only photographer they inquired to, which I believe is pretty seldom, that they only inquire to one photographer at all, because mostly they will have a selection of people.
Oh man, yes.
And I find it pretty amazing to know that there's a couple who lives in Australia, gets married in England, they fly in a photographer from Germany, and you're the only one they inquire, and they tell you that you are the only one, and you know that it's a truth because a friend of mine is a friend of them.
Oh man.
So this wedding was pretty special because the bride was a strong feminist, and I loved her opinion on everything. And the wedding itself was really laid back. I was the most expensive part of the budget because everything besides that was pretty much DIY. And in the night, the bride gave me, like, they had like a pizza maker on the place, and the pizza maker forgot to bring any vegan stuff, so she shared the one that she had with me. So she gave me her like the half of her pizza, so because she wanted to get like food. And so I got an amazing pizza with peanut butter and cookies. I was like, what the fuck? It was really good. I just gotta close my WhatsApp on the computer because, my friend is texting me.
Your friend?
Yeah. Yeah, another wedding also in England, basically the same area. That was the last one I shot recently. That was special to me because the bride, I knew her from like shooting the cycling races, and everything she did on the wedding day was amazing. She's an illustrator, and she put together like a small booklet with info about me, about them, about their story. So every guest knew about that. I was sitting in an old 1960s Volkswagen camper van on the way to the ceremony with her and her dad. And her dad was choosing the music for the ride, and what we listened to was like really loud and chaotic new metal. And I was like, that's gonna be fun. And in the night, like in the middle of the first dance, she switched from, her dad plays in a band, and he was playing like the first dance. And in the middle of the dance, she kind of like left her hubby, sat behind the drums, and started playing the drums. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
That's so awesome.
So that was a really fun wedding because it was exactly my type of client that I want to shoot.
Exactly.
Another one that was special to me was a wedding I shot actually on your island.
Oh, I didn't know that. Have you been here?
Yeah, in September.
Oh, I can't remember.
Wasn't it? I think it was when we met. I think it was around the time when you had to go to Barcelona for the shoot, and there was the riots.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's true.
So
I was like, oh, I don't want to go to the riots.
I know, and I was like, I want to go to the riots. Yeah, so I shot a wedding of a friend of mine. He's a photographer from Austria, and he got married to his longtime partner, and I love to shoot like a same-sex marriage of a really good photographer that I really look up to because his work is really fun. It's really nice. And that was special for me because I found it kind of scared me to shoot a wedding of a friend who's a photographer and who knows what's good and what's not. But that was a fun one. It ended with all the guests jumping naked into the pool.
That's so good.
But I forgot. I missed it because I was already sleeping. I just heard about that.
It's so late. I mean,
yeah.
How many hours were you up? Were you like working?
I think I was shooting for like 12 hours, and I was like dressed all black, long pants, long shirt, or like shooting in the dunes on midday because ceremony was in the dunes at 3 p.m.
So you're jumping like everywhere.
Dude, I was sweating my ass off. Actually, the two grooms, they were wearing like what's the English term for that? Like a black suit and tie.
Yeah.
And they were sweating already just by putting their shirt on.
Oh, horrible.
But yeah, it was fun.
But it's beautiful, eh?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really funny because I think I haven't told you about that before. When I arrived with the grooms at the venue, they celebrated at the what's the name? The finca, the Justus Franz finca.
Yeah, it's like near my house.
Yeah, it's not so much, just like basically all the way up on the mountain. That's where I went up with a bike. So we arrived. The wedding planner said hi to us, and from the back of me, I heard someone saying, "Hey, Björn," and I was like, "What?" And I turned around and I saw our friends from the Azores to put up the lights.
Ooh.
And what was the name? It's like Stephanie and I always forget his name.
Stephanie.
Yeah, what's his name again?
The musicians.
No. I mean, not Stephanie. The lighting people.
Oh yeah, that's Jessica.
Jessica, right? Not Stephanie, Jessica and. What's his name?
Adrian.
Adrian, right? And they were standing around the corner, and they saw me, and they were like, "Hey, Björn, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "What are you doing here?" My grooms and the planner was like, "Why do you know those guys? Like, why does a photographer from Germany know like the lighting technician on Gran Canaria?" And that was really fun. So it was a special day, and Adrian put up an amazing light for the dinner table, and that was really fun to shoot. But yeah, that's
really good.
Maybe those are the favorites from destinations.
I mean, I love why you told me like it's your favorite, because it's not because what they have or how organized or about how the wedding's so expensive. It's mostly because they're laid back.
Yeah. Like I couldn't care less about like expensive weddings. That's a problem because I should care more about those to get more budget on the weddings. But I just like had a look at weddings from the last 2 years just to see what I'm gonna put up on my blog. And we shot a really, really high budget wedding in Italy, where the bride changed her dress like I think 4 times, and both of them were bankers living in London. She's from Manhattan. He's from Italy. Both look amazing. Everybody looked amazing, but it's just not the type of wedding that I love to be at because it's just like it's not about. Maybe it was about emotion for them, but I think what I'm gonna if I show it, even if it's for them, it's about emotion. I think mostly you attract people who have those kind of weddings just to show off what they can afford.
Exactly.
I think that for me it's a big bummer because it's not what a wedding should be about. So I prefer to shoot like elopements or whatever, where people just care about whatever they want to do, and instead of putting up like hundreds of dollars in cigar bars and just to show what they can have.
Yeah, sadly,
yeah.
that's how the industry works, isn't it?
I know. That's really I don't know. Sometimes when I look at other photographers' work, I always feel like, where do you get those clients? They seem to be fun and they have budget. So, but then in the end, maybe
not me.
Yeah, I think in the end maybe it's those ones who look like they have budget, but maybe the photographer didn't get paid. So I have no idea.
Just being lucky.
Yeah, but the good thing about this year, like of all the weddings I shot, there's not one wedding where I said I would not shoot it again. So I loved all of them.
You love them.
Another, I didn't talk. Oh, I forgot about that because it was a local one. I shot one that was really weird in a really positive way.
Is it weird that my ears is going to bleed?
No. It's just like, I think it's something that people might have not seen or have not shot yet. It was a wedding that took place around a music festival. So the couple said, we're going to the festival for like 10 years. So if we're gonna get married, we're gonna do it in the city. So they didn't get married on the festival side, but like a standard like town hall. But everything around that was happening on the festival side. So we slept in tents and camper vans. Like the first night, he had a singer-songwriter with a surprise concert for the bride because she loves his music, which was funny because the singer-songwriter happens to be a good friend of mine. So I was shooting this wedding, and they found me because I was shooting photos of him at a concert some time ago. Not even because of my wedding photos. They just found out I shoot weddings as well. So I slept in a tent with tons of people just smoking weed, getting drunk around me. It was just like 16 guests. We all wake up in tents, do like this typical festival shower, which means you have like a deodorant spray and just like, that's the shower for the day. And then it was a wedding, and it was really fun, like, because they left the town hall and they have like some sort of like a group of bells that plays like a certain melody, like for the maybe like I don't know if it's a bridal march or whatever it is. And the celebrant was like, "Hey, let's just wait because I gotta start the bells." And the bride was like, "Fuck me, not the bells. Let's just run out." So she opens the door and started going out. And the celebrant was like, "Hey, but the bells." And she's like, "Fuck the bells. I don't want to hear the bells." So that was really fun. It was like special one to me because it felt like
because it's weird.
Yeah, it felt like staying with friends. Basically, it like nobody actually really. This was nothing fancy about it. Not at all. It's just like people having fun on the festival, and like spending half an hour getting married.
Oh, that's really the point of the wedding, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So there was nothing to show off, nothing special. It's just like, hey, that's our best friends. We go here with those guys every year. So let's just do that. So no parents involved, no grandparents involved. Like nothing special. It's just like them, like a bottle of some sort of champagne and lots of beer, and that's it.
That's what makes it special because it's like very them.
Yeah, and the hard thing is like thinking about if I should blog that. I know that it's great to look at it, but it doesn't look like a wedding because there's no wedding dress, no wedding suit, and I know it will maybe again attract people with low budget.
Yeah,
but they have the heart in the right place. So that's always like something that really worries me. Like the ones who have the budgets and who can like make our living a bit more safe are the ones that oftentimes don't care so much about what they actually do.
Exactly. I just want to ask a question, Björn.
Yeah.
If somebody who is like starting in a destination work and
don't do
it. Do it.
No, it's great. Actually, it's great if you like traveling and maybe like for me when I started doing that, I was single, so I didn't have anybody waiting for me at home, so that was definitely fine. But if you have a family, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like a more balanced thing.
Yeah, but I think you would ask like what would I advise people to, right?
Yeah, what would you advise that
Like
newbie?
how to start, or like overall?
Yeah, overall.
I think overall is you have to be aware that it's a tough one, and it's not what people tell you about it. It's not unicorns and rainbows all the time.
Oh yeah, it
Unicorn!
is. It is. It is. It is.
Basically, I don't have any rainbow here, sadly, and I can't show you the unicorn I have because it's on the wall.
No.
Yeah, the bride I told you about, like in England, she basically
Give you that one.
it's not no, it's like a horse head made out of plastic with a unicorn, and
Oh,
she's an illustrator, so she put some old tattoo style roses on it. It looks amazing.
oh man.
I have to send you a photo of that because it's amazing. Like the
Send to me afterwards.
unicorn is made out of glitter, and it's a black horse with golden drawings on it. It looks
I,
amazing.
I think I'm going to buy that. Bring it here.
Oh, I can send you a link. She's doing that them on order. It looks amazing. It really looks amazing. What would I advise? Like really be realistic about it. If you really want to do it, and it's even harder to make a living out of it and to get clients than locally, I guess, because with local ones you can advert better, you can like put your SEO better. You know about the locations, you can do everything, and traveling, especially, I believe, like depending on how much effort you actually put in your photography. If it's like, I mean, we have so many photographers, in my opinion, who shoot like pretty easy. You know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they don't care so much about the composition or whatever, or light. And I think if you want to shoot, if you care more about that and you want to shoot destinations in a good way, you have to be able to really cope with any situation, like with any weather, with anything, and you got to be aware that maybe your editing or your shooting style maybe doesn't fit to the location.
Exactly.
Like for example, find someone who shoots like the Pacific Northwest all the time, and suddenly they go to Greece.
Or Canary Islands.
Yeah, or like that, and you shoot dark and moody, and then you basically shoot like on Santorini, and everything's white and blue.
You cannot dark that one.
Yeah, that's all. It's different.
Actually, yes, you can mute all the whites, but
yeah, but it's different, and I think you have to think about all that. Like that it's not so easy, and you have to be able to get all the management around it. Like find the good flights. Think about like what happens when you arrive too late because the flights get delayed or the flights got cancelled or whatever, and that's so much stress that you don't have locally. And I think you have to be able to cope with that, because otherwise it will just stress you out. Like basically like for me, like at the moment when I'm flying, I'm really relaxed, and I know like how much time do I need at the airport or whatever. But in the beginning, it was like, dude, I have to be there early, and you're running and late, and it's just stressful, and you really have to learn how to do with it.
Yeah, I mean,
But besides that,
with traveling to arrive on time, we always like, or I or my wife, with me together, we try to arrive 2 days before at least.
Yeah.
Especially for like long travels outside Europe for us.
Yeah. Me in Europe, depending on like on the destination, I either arrive the day before or 2 days before.
Yeah, with Europe, there's no problem with that.
Exactly. But I think there's one thing that people always get wrong, and that's that they believe that they can make a living from shooting destinations, when all the time that they are at the destination, they will spend some more days enjoying the destination.
Oh no!
They will spend all the money on the days they stay over there,
or at least half or 25% of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to Greece, maybe it's cheaper to go to Greece and eat there than back in your home. But if you go, for example, like the wedding I shot in Australia last year, I knew right from the start I want to do that because I got the chance to go to Australia, which I haven't done before. But I knew that I was not going to make any money from it. So I said, like, okay, let's set my budget to the money I want to spend, like on the place. So that's what I charged them. I said, okay, I need the flights, and this is like my Airbnb, and this is like, I want to stay there for like 10 days. Maybe I need this and that budget. So I knew I wasn't going to make any money of it, but that wasn't the plan. But if you do that all the time, it just doesn't work, because what are you going to do in the off season if you're only shooting weddings? I mean, if you're shooting some other stuff, or if you have like a main job, but if you're only shooting weddings, what are you going to do? You can't spend all the money traveling to Iceland, because just the rental car will kill you.
Exactly. It's just so expensive over there, even for a coffee.
Yeah, everything is expensive, and I believe that's something people should know about that because nobody tells you about that. Well, let's say not so many people tell you about it. Everybody would say like, do that, it's amazing. You can see places. Like, yeah, you can see places, but you don't make any money.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be careful about traveling and pricing yourself right.
Yeah.
Because if not, you will just explode the market on that place.
And learning to say no to inquiries because the couples are not stupid. They know that people want to travel. I mean, how many photographers have those bucket lists on the website saying,
I just remember this.
I'm dying to shoot a wedding in New Zealand. It's like, yeah, okay. So they know that you want to shoot that overall. So they know they can like increase your budget because you will be willing to do that.
Yeah, they will like take advantage of that.
Exactly.
That there was an inquiry that we had like a couple of days ago, and this was a woman. I can't remember where she's from, and they're from Canada, and then they're doing like an elopement in the Sahara, and then they're going in Chefchaouen. I can't remember how you say that. Like the blue town in in Morocco, and they have to travel from Fez, and then doing all those things like for 5 days.
Yeah.
And she offered me like she said our budget is 2,000 Canadian dollars, and that's like 1,200 euros for 5 days. Like, what are you saying? I said, yeah, we have like many photographers that they are willing to do it, but we like your photography. So, are you in? Like, oh, it's so pleasing. Like, it's so like humbling that you thought about me. But we are not available.
Yeah, I mean, like, and you're like, yeah, it's really humbling, but I have a kid to feed.
I did said that to them.
Yeah.
Like the crazy me will say definitely, like adventurous me will definitely say yes.
Yeah.
But the businessman and father me will say like no. At least this is the budget that I will ask you.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling people at my workshop, for example. Like I was teaching a workshop like last week in Denmark with a friend of mine, and we have many things in common, but also many things are really different. So he has kids, I don't. So I told people like, hey, my decisions will be definitely different than his decisions are because my decisions don't have to be based on feeding a family because I'm only responsible for myself. So if I fucked it up, it's just me who's fucked up, but it's not that I fuck up the life of my kid or my wife. And I think like people like I said, people are willing to undercut prices so much. Like I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, I got inquired for a wedding in Egypt. And by that time I was just starting out with the destination. I was like, damn, Egypt, amazing. So I made them a price which was, to be honest, it was not like the budget I should have asked for. But I didn't know any better by the time. And basically everything was set in stone. And 2 days later, it was total radio silence. And then I found out they booked a photographer from London who was willing to even undercut my already too low prices. And I was like,
oh my goodness.
I was like, how are you doing that? Especially living in London, which is so fucking expensive. And I don't know. So I really learned from that. And I believe that, I would say Emily.
Yeah, just doing some kiss.
Yeah, to Helen, I believe.
That's Emily and Helen.
That's good. Say hi to them. Yeah, so it's something you have to learn because not everything that sounds amazing is amazing. I mean, basically, a couple can book you to the most amazing place, and you might end up in a shitty location.
Oh yes.
Not making any money because.
Oh yes.
Like, I mean, it happened to a friend of mine. He was inquired for Iceland, and all he shot was the ceremony was not like somewhere outside as he imagined. Everything happened inside a hotel in Reykjavik.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, it looks as shitty as in my hometown. So why should I fly to Iceland for that on a low budget? But see, like his impression was different than what like his not impression, his
clients.
no, what you say, like his idea was, or like what he was expecting was different than what he got in the end, but he didn't know that before.
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure that, like, I mean, if you book on a budget, you gotta make sure that at least it's something you really wanna, or you really can use for marketing afterward.
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to rely on a budget to a place to shoot a wedding that you wouldn't like show on your blog when it would have been shot locally. It's not just the destination, that's it. It's also like the wedding itself. So
I'm really with you with that.
yeah.
But it is like the session, like chill session with Björn and Don, bashing destination wedding.
No, it's not bashing. I mean, I love it.
But, I mean, yeah, it is like being real and being true about what you and I experienced, or what other photographers experienced. Like,
I could tell you that all the weddings I shot were amazing. Everybody has like amazing budget, and they always book me like first like business seats. No, what the fuck? I'm selling in 65 euro planes from London to England, like with a leg room that's like this. And I mean, it's not Ryanair, but it's not much better. So it's not like that. It's not like.
I mean, all plane seats for me are like luxury because
because
very small.
I know, and I'm not the biggest one either. But still, I have planes where I'm like, dude, are you serious? There's less space in the box.
Yeah,
but
totally.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not. I mean, I could tell you all about that, but it's not how it is.
Yep.
So I don't know.
So yeah, do your numbers. So the moral lesson here is like for all those that want to do destination wedding is do your numbers and do it for business, not just because.
Yeah, but actually, I thought like now we're bashing everything. Wasn't the idea to all of us go to the Philippines to shoot photos of the Philippines and then like hit up on SEO for Philippine wedding photographer and hope on booking weddings on the Philippines? Wasn't that the idea?
Oh, I don't know.
I got inquired for a wedding on the Azores after I shot the Azores, but
exactly, it's good.
But they didn't have any budget, so I never heard back after setting my prices.
I mean, back in the Philippines, actually, Philippines, Hong Kong, some parts of Indonesia and Thailand.
Yeah.
But high budgeted weddings are normally done there. It's like the same price here in Europe.
Yeah, I know.
So
I learned that if you shoot an Asian wedding, it definitely gets you Asian clients.
Exactly. Mostly Asian clients.
I know.
Normally mixed couple as well.
Yeah.
Like male.
That's maybe the only reason why I should block the one from Italy, because she was from China originally, or his family from China. So maybe that would have helped. But then I get rich Chinese people who just want to be beautiful and not emotional. So it's not what I want. I mean, I want really amazing couples who just love each other so much that they just wouldn't let loose of each other.
Oh man, that's our favorite, that they just lose when they touch and they just go crazy. I just need to go and separate them, like, guys.
Okay, you can never shoot double weddings because that's not happening over here.
Yeah. You just have to go like, guys, get close.
Yeah, that's something like that. No, in Germany, you always gotta tell people like, how about connecting your hips? like basically when they kiss, they're like that, like a triangle. It's a triangle of love, you know.
Oh my goodness! It's like a house, like a roof.
Like the heads, and he's like the butts. And you're always like, guys, that's triangle of love. Let's connect the butts. Like that. Like, no, guys, the hips. And then like that. And like, no, the hips. And like, it's really tough. It's like shooting Indian couples, like who are taught into weddings, and like, hey, what about the passionate kiss? Cool. It's like, that's it. That's all you can get from me.
Yeah, I mean, like that. Like, I mean, close tradition, but we did shoots like the Indian wedding and Sri Lankan wedding, and mostly like they grew up in London, so they are a very crazy couple. So I think it's because of how they were brought up, and that affects them. Like,
definitely. But let's talk about the Philippines, because I have no idea about the Philippines at all so much, because to be honest, even if I lived with a half Indonesian guy for 7 years in a flat, I've never gotten too much into Asia as a travel destination. So I'm really eager to learn about the Philippines. And when you told me like how many different languages they have, I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, we are total mess up. Like Philippines and Filipinos are messed up because of the language. No, just kidding. I mean, languages because there are like 7,600 plus islands.
Yeah.
Like as of now, because ages ago it was like 7,100, but now the water is going down, so there are like 7,600 islands, and not like most of them is not inhabited.
Yeah.
Because like there are like many islands to be inhabited. Why should I go in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the islands there actually are for sale because there are so many.
So maybe I should buy a wedding on like an island on the Philippines.
If not an island, probably just a beach. Not bad.
Is it expensive?
No, I mean my mom was offered like.
Can we? I mean, if it doesn't belong to anyone, can we just squat it?
Yeah, you can, but normally if it
mine now.
no, normally if it belongs to someone, there were like a simple house there, and there's some guide waiting for you. And if it's not inhabited, it's inhabited. There will be like the local people, like tribes.
Yeah,
they are protecting it because it's not habited. So it belongs to the tribesmen.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should. Yeah. Maybe it's not the best idea to.
It's tribesmen. You don't want to mess up with tribesmen.
Yeah, I know. I learned that in Panama.
No, not a good idea. They are the kindest of all, but in protecting the place. Sorry.
No, I was just thinking, let's just squat a place and build up a most amazing alternative wedding resort for people who really care. Oh. Because they can't bring all the families because it's so remote. So it's only them coming, and they really want to be there in the place.
Oh man, there were like beaches there just for weddings. Like it's in the middle of nowhere, and you know this this illustration that they always done, like when somebody's ship was wrecked, and they're in the middle of nowhere, like a small island with 2 coconuts, and then just the beach.
Yeah,
there are loads of islands like that.
So we could meet like Tom Hanks and Wilson on one of those islands. Still being castaway.
We can do that. We can do that.
So if we have any people attending who are not that much fun to be around, or any of the mentors,
yeah,
we can just leave them.
Yeah, probably one of the mentors who is like,
it's like, hey, Robert, like Robert as a made-up name. Hey, let's come. We do an X-course. It's like,
let's do some field trip. Come with me.
Yeah, let's go on a field trip. Are you really daring to be adventurous? Yes. Okay.
And just leave
leave all your stuff. You don't need it anyway.
No, just bring one. If you can bring one stuff that in an island, what will you bring? Not because it's literally.
No, it's a volleyball.
Volleyball, Wilson.
But I guess people would say I'm bringing my smartphone, not thinking about that. Like in 5 hours, the battery will run out, and then they're lost again.
Oh no! Back there's no like a lot of signal like some of the islands, but in the islands in Coron, where we are staying, the main island, there are like you can call at least internationally, nationally, but internet connection is just bad if you're lucky.
It's good.
If you're lucky, bad if you're lucky.
Yeah. So how should I do my Tinder workshop then?
You should download everything.
Yeah, I can't, but I have to have connection to find people.
I mean, you can download everything before you call.
I was hoping to get new friends for someone.
I mean, the Tinder workshop is like the bestseller part of the archipelago workshop last time.
That's what people said, at least.
Yeah, we were like all shitty mentors, but Björn, Tinder workshop is the best.
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to talk about. So it's I mean, what should I talk about? So that's cool.
Something different. So I mean, back in the Philippines, like we just can't wait to hang out with you guys, and we are in a comfortable place, in comfortable rooms, so nobody have to worry about mosquito bites or a lizard eating their feet.
Are there spiders?
Yeah, loads of spiders. But
Big
in this
ones?
place, sorry?
Big ones?
Yeah, huge ones, like long legs.
Okay. I hate spiders.
I'm sorry, man. Do you like Komodo dragons?
Like what?
Komodo dragons, like
Oh yeah, those are fun.
huge lizards, yeah. But they are more poisonous than than the spiders.
Yeah, I know, but you just didn't say poisonous. I just didn't hear that. There was nothing like poisonous. I think you said poisonous, but I'm pretty sure you meant something different.
Yeah. I think he said fun.
Yeah, I said
I take that as fun.
partying lizards.
I mean, we just can't wait. We were just like me and Helen planning here about the Elysian photo retreats of how are we going to do the field trips, going from one island to another, snorkeling and scuba diving if possible. But I
Right.
think scuba diving you will need like a license to do that. But
Yeah, I know.
snorkeling probably
Snorkeling
is
snorkeling is
mostly.
not a problem, but I think scuba diving, if you have never done that, it's way too difficult for people,
Yeah,
and
it's quite dangerous as
yeah,
well.
it's really dangerous. Snorkeling, I mean, snorkeling can also be dangerous if you're an idiot.
Or if you like me, like have a panic attack because like I didn't know that I have a panic attack in darkness until
You
like
have
yeah, like in darkness, total
yeah,
darkness, like pitch black.
yeah.
I was like snorkeling with my wife in during all those times, like when we check out all those places that we are
Mm,
going now in the workshop. It was so awesome until we went inside a cave,
yeah.
so we can go inside the mountain and like it's like open inside in the middle. So we
Okay.
need to go underneath in the cave, and I was like, I don't know what's happening here. I cannot swim well. I'm getting tired. And we're, are you okay? Because like breathing so much, like, and I was like freaking out. I was like going down, drowning. Even
Yeah.
though I paddle myself, I just can't. I was like drowning.
That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know, so it was an experience. Like,
Yeah. But
don't go to pitch black places.
yeah, but is it? Do you think it's a mix of underwater plus pitch black?
Yeah, I think so because I was afraid of there's something below me because I
Yeah.
cannot see anything.
That's like a typical thing. Like I think I've told you before, like in one of the other like talks we had, that I was doing like marine conservation for some time,
Mhm.
and I'm not a good swimmer myself, so I'm more like the drowning whale, like on the beach. But it's like people are so afraid of the oceans because they have no idea what's below them, because there's so many parts of the oceans that we haven't even discovered yet.
Exactly.
And it's definitely not the element we are supposed to be in.
Yeah, because it's not it's not where we came from.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly, it's not where we came from. It's like, so I can definitely understand why people are afraid of that. I mean, it's like stuff like seasickness because of moving, people like afraid of being like of sharks or whatever, like because so much stuff is fed to us into the movies. And we always like believe that somewhere like down below us in the pitch black of the sea, there's like some sort of monster that we don't know about or whatever.
Yeah,
But that
but
definitely it's always in your mind all the time. So that's definitely like a big hazard for us.
oh man, terrifying. Like mentally, yes.
Yeah.
Because like because of that, I just can't float, man.
Yeah.
I was swimming. Luckily, we have like a sailor. Like
Yeah.
if you are swimming like a couple, there will be always like a sailor for 2 person or 3 person,
Okay.
just in case someone just freak out or
Yeah.
suddenly like freak or took off his jacket if he doesn't know how to swim.
Yeah.
So everything will be like security wise, it is okay to do
Yeah.
that because there will be always sailors to take care of us.
Yeah. But how did you actually come up with the idea of the Philippines? I think I haven't asked you that before.
Oh
And
man,
we've been talking about different plans before that, and then you told me about the Philippines. I was like, that sounds amazing, but how did you come up with the Philippines? Because I mean, I know that you are originally from the Philippines.
yeah.
So for me, it's amazing to kind of get the connection between the person organizing it, and it's not just going to like an amazing place, but it's going back to the heritage.
Yeah, I mean, I am so like dying to invite all the people just to see my homeland. Like
Yeah.
this place is one of the best place in the planet for me because it's
When,
very near to my
when,
heart.
when did you leave the Philippines?
I left Philippines like 14 years ago, I think, if
Okay.
I'm not wrong. 13, 14 years ago. And ever since then, I went there one time during those 40 minutes just to do some paperwork for my wedding with my wife, with Helen, and nothing else.
Yeah.
So going back there and showing it to the community, to this small community that we are going to have in Elysian Photo Retreats, I think it's like a homecoming.
Yeah.
Plus,
you know what I just had in my mind? No, I will tell you that later.
Tell me now.
I was just thinking of the idea, like, but now when I'm saying everybody wants to do it, I'm just thinking like I should take a small session with you and Helen just to take photos of you guys in your home country, because it's because the homecoming is so special.
Yeah, it's so special for me and for my kid as well, because she never been there.
Yeah,
and that is part of her roots, and it's
definitely.
It's just amazing to be there.
I can just see like this small and ever smiling Emily like on the beach, like, that's where I come from.
Yeah, probably she'll be eating all the sand all the time. So
yeah, it would be fun. So
I love my soil. Oh no, my sand.
Soil, yeah. But that's
So it's just amazing. This is not just a workshop for us. This is not just a retreat, but it's a homecoming, and it's a good place to build a new community without the ego, without internet, without saying like who is better than who.
Yeah, it's not like, hey, look at me, I'm on this amazing place. I mean, you can do that afterwards, but it's not like
all the time.
Like, not like you spend all your time doing Instagram stories, but just about embracing where you are. Because you spend a shitload of money to get there, and then you spend your time on Instagram showing people off, like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I mean,
enjoying it because you're on the internet.
That's why we did this, because there's not so much internet connection, almost nothing. Just to send SMS. And secondly, because it's an amazing place, it's a paradise. That's why it's named Elysian, means paradise as well. And thirdly, we choose this place because it's quiet, it's peaceful, and we can reconnect ourselves to nature as well. And not only a good learning experience from awesome mentors just like you, like who has many experience. It's like all the photographers and videographers who are coming here to teach. They're coming here not because they are well known or not because they're the best. It's because they just love to share what they know, and they have like a good experience, a good background to support that.
That's what I was asking. Like next, like what was the idea behind selecting the people? Because I don't know any. Like I know some of them, but not everybody. And I think it's interesting because, for example, like Naomi, I got to know as like when I was speaking on the ADOS, she was an attendee, and she shot this. She shot this small session with me, like which was the first for me. And I just love her work so much, and I'm happy to meet her and to meet Thais again, and to not be able to talk to her again because I still can't speak Spanish, and she still can't.
You're not speaking Spanish.
All she does is smiling, and still she just like gets into my heart all the time.
Exactly. I mean, that is the main reason of the selection of the speakers, is that not because they are like in this part of their career, or it's because that they are the best, or just because they are awesome. Mostly we choose our speakers, our mentors, our traveling buddies, because they have a good heart. They have a good heart. That's the first base.
I think it's like, especially with the travel buddies, it's so much different to what you expect from a mentor or whatever, I guess. Because I believe like a mentor is someone you can just like maybe like listen to for 2 hours, and then you can just like, hey, fuck off. I don't like your personality, but what you were able to share business wise was cool.
Exactly.
But now you have to spend time with them, like on a non-internet offering like island, and it's like,
I mean, just sit down.
I really have to talk to them now.
I mean that is the reason of this. I mean, to build community and destroy the barrier between a student or teacher.
Because actually there is no barrier.
There's no barrier.
I mean, there will be people who maybe are better photographers than the speakers are. They might book more weddings than the speakers are. They might make more money than the speakers are.
I mean, we are going, all of us, like most of us, we are going to be in a country like it's not their country.
Yeah.
So it's like a country without a flag. So
Yeah.
we're like free people.
Yeah, definitely. And I really enjoy this idea. It's really amazing.
I mean, I really love doing it. Just the only downside of this, like traveling, we have to travel and we have to buy our flight tickets.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice, and it's worth the spend.
I pretty much think it's really the same, because I myself am also planning on maybe like staying a few days prior or after, whatever, just to see a bit more. And I like when I traveled to Central America like 7 or 8 years ago, I learned so much just from being in a whole different place, from not seeing like what I'm used to, like typical Western culture where everything is basically has the same influence and everything looks the same. It's just the same companies everywhere. And I learned so much for my own self, like about being humble, about not caring so much about like things we believe in our Western culture to be important.
Exactly.
Because it kind of puts you back on the ground, just to tell you, hey, you're pretty lucky, especially for me, like born in a Western like rich country where people are telling that they are pretty poor, but they are not compared to everybody like who's really poor on this planet.
I mean, being like, how do you say this? I mean, marking someone who is rich or who is poor is all in our mind.
Exactly.
I mean, these people back there in the Philippines, these islanders, like these tribesmen, I think they are richer than people here in Europe, saying like in happiness wise.
Exactly, because it's not richness in money, it's richness in experience, richness in happiness, richness in, I don't know, whatever it is, maybe like being more open to people. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
they're just happy there, like if they are like able to see their father and they're sitting down together underneath the coconut.
Yeah,
that's it. That's happiness for them.
Exactly. I mean, I met people in Guatemala who, no, it was Guatemala, no, it was in Panama, who also like from a tribe, and they were not able to speak my like English, so we had to translate from like the tribe language to Spanish, from Spanish to German.
Oh goodness me!
That was really difficult, but I found that they were so happy just about me and my girlfriend by the time, willing to show interest in like what they do, what they live for, what they like, what they believe in, what's important to them, and it's topics that you hardly speak to with any person in your home country, because you know what they care about. They care about the new iPhone X or whatever.
So, oh goodness me!
So I really believe that travel, especially if you travel to, let's say, remote and vast places where it's not like flying to Mallorca and saying I'm traveling. That's not traveling. That's going to a place that basically has the same background as your own hometown. That maybe you're going to like a bar that speaks your own language. So that's different. Not like going to, okay, we're going to a resort over there as well, but it's still like backpacking, and like not going to like biggest hotels, or maybe going to Dominican Republic and not leaving your country, your hotel. That's not traveling.
Exactly.
That's flying to like a expensive resort, getting your ass carried around and enjoying warmth. But that's not traveling for me. For me, it's about like making experiences, maybe good ones, maybe bad ones, but just like enjoying life and learning from it.
And exactly that is what we are going to enjoy in Elysian Photo Retreats in Philippines, in Coron Archipelago. And I would love for this to be successful. And
I hope so, because I like the intention behind it. It's not like a money-making machine. It's like we said, for me, like the term homecoming was like something that like sounds so important to me now. So that's really great.
Thank you, my friend.
Especially like, I mean, seeing Emily like kind of getting to know part of her heritage. That's gonna be fun.
Thank you, my friend.
I really hope that the people who are attending it will be the ones who are open to experience, especially that. And they are not coming to get photos for the portfolios or whatever it is. Like, I don't know. I mean, I remember like we spoke about that on the Azores. Like how many people were coming to take photos for the portfolio, and in the end, that's not what they took with them. I mean, they took the photos, but the first intention was different to what they experienced, and that was something I really love to see.
Yeah, they forgot about the photos afterwards.
Maybe not all of them. Not to name any names.
Don't do that.
But most people, I believe, they change their mindset during the days, and that's something I really loved. And I believe that the Philippine thing is like, it's something special.
Thank you, my friend. I mean,
it's not like, of course, it's an amazing place, but it's not like, hey, let's go to Iceland to a workshop in Iceland. Hey, let's go to, I don't know, the PNW and do a workshop. And it's the place where there was nothing before like that, at least not that I know of.
Exactly. I mean, hopefully people really come in this one. Like we are 30% sold.
Yeah.
So at least if we just meet until the 50, I mean, we will do this, even though like we will lose, because if we arrive at 50, it is doable for everything. Just for all the mentors to go there, it's a huge effort already.
Definitely. I mean, all the flight costs, all the arranging, and all the like the budgets, or like the fee for the mentors. It's I can imagine that it's not that little money, but I definitely appreciate that you guys are willing to take the risk to do that.
I mean, yeah, we are definitely going to take that risk. We are going to take that risk. We have still time to do this, because most of the people right now are busy ending up this season, or they're just finishing up the, how do you say this, holiday season with their families probably,
or enjoying Thanksgiving today.
Exactly, and we are like here. We're like here sitting down chatting about everything, and like there are a couple of people listening to our nonsense that we're speaking about.
I actually believe this one's pretty much more into something than the last one we had.
Oh man, the last one we were just like drinking.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you. I can't remember. Sorry.
That wasn't me. No, but I don't know. It's like I believe, especially like this one, is more like a talk face to face. I mean, in comparison to last time, now we know each other personally, so it's like the whole approach is different. But I really believe that like the whole adventure is different, and it's something special that people should maybe consider that. I know it's expensive for them, but it's an experience that's maybe like a once in a lifetime thing.
Exactly. This is going to be once in a lifetime, and this is the only time that we're going to do it in the Philippines.
Yeah, because, but
this is the homecoming.
Yeah.
So Björn,
the next one will be in Mexico for homecoming with Helen.
Yeah, that's probably what we'll be doing because Emily is like half Filipino and half Mexican. And let's see what happens. Like, thank you so much, Björn, for your time. Like chatting.
No, I'm always open to do that.
For sharing your experience as well, and
I mean, you saw that on the Azores. I think I was one of the few people who was always around.
Yeah, I really love you because like you always there for everybody, just sitting down and helping everybody, not only like doing your part and you're gone.
That's what's important to me, because it's funny because always like sometimes people like who only know me from like Facebook and stuff, they get the impression that I'm a bit more like I'm so outspoken, and I might be like someone a bit pushy.
Yeah. Oh, there's that mentor. Be careful! Don't go to that aisle. He'll mug you.
Yeah, but that's not who I am. I mean, I'm always like open to help and not like any different than any other person. So that's something that's important to me. So for me it's great to be able to do that and to share something with people. I believe that being able to inspire someone to do something about their life, maybe change something about the way they live, it's much more worth than making so much dollars out of it. Exactly. Of course, we need the money to make a living, but I think what's really of value is inspiring people along the way, and knowing that some of your ideas maybe will continue to live on. That's amazing.
It's so amazing. Just to help people and to be helped by their experience.
Exactly.
We learn from the attendees so much.
Definitely. Sometimes we learn what not to do.
Exactly, and what to do as well.
Yeah.
So Björn, thank you so much, and hope to see you soon in Azores. In Philippines.
On the Azores?
What? Azores what?
I'm not on the Azores, but first we are going to see.
We're going to
First,
see you
we're
here
gonna
in
see you in
Tenerife.
Magnolia.
See you soon.
Yeah,
Buddy. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
So we're going to be offline in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.